guys, good evening. How is everybody doing? I know I probably look a hot mess right now, but it's because I have not been feeling too well today. My back had got a bulge in it, and it's like really hurting today for some reason. I don't know. And really, honestly, guys, I did something last night, and I don't remember.
So transgender is like gender in your body, everything. We go from we were told to
guys, and I do not got the corona. Don't think that. It's called a smoker's cough that I need to quit smoking. But anyways, I got a hairball. But anyways, I have been doing research on. I think I wanted to do killer couples this time. And so, oh god, guys, sorry. Damn, my drink, that's all I got. Not y'all guys. But anyways, yeah, I was going to do I can talk. A case on serial killer couples. I want to start doing that, and I like doing a mixture thing, cause I like all true crime, anything true crime. I like. So I like to do mixture of things and mixture of cases. The one that really caught my eye, I haven't really heard about. It's the Charlene and David Gallego.
Who's talking about?
My bad, not even David. It's Gerald. It's Charlene and Gerald Gallego. What a name. Awful, right? What a name. Anyways, guys, that's what we're going to be talking on today. The subject. Oh, sorry. Basically, between 1978 and 1980, this couple would kidnap young girls and basically enslave them. They were like sex slaves to them. So, there for their pleasure. Before, guys, I take notes all the time. I can't remember half of these cases. So, I got to read off the paper that I have. Actually, this case I have written like 4 or 5 pages on. So, I might turn it into a 2-part like I did the Sandy Hook school shooting. I might do 2 parts on it. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how well my back cooperates with me on this. Let's hope it cooperates, okay? So we can get this and, get the facts out there. Anyways, before they were married, Charlene's name was Charlene Williams, and she was a normal human being, I would guess, until she met Gerald. But there was one bad thing that she had. She had a very, very severe drug addiction at the time before she met Gerald. Which, we cannot judge people on what they do. We cannot judge anything. I always was a drug addict myself. So, there's no judging nobody on this. And I don't know why nobody's judging nobody. But, after meeting in just a week's of time, though, this couple moved in with each other. It was like just weeks. It wasn't even, they didn't give it a month, I don't think, guys. A month. Didn't even give it that long. And they moved in with each other. I'm guessing they're thinking it was love at first sight. I know, right? I don't really know about all that. But, so Charlene moves in with Gerald, and, they live a happy life, right? Not, I'm just joking, they don't live no happy life. They live a life, of sex slaves, young girls. At that. Anyways, they had, quiet with Gerald here. Let's go to Gerald here. He had quite the colorful history, guys. I am telling you. Oh, Lord. Has he not had that, that part, though, guys. Gerald was the first man ever, well, not Gerald, his father was the first man ever to be executed in the gas chamber in California. which, you know, I guess basically made a name for Gerald, you know, because he was a kid at this time, and I guess it made a name for him because his father was the first one executed in the gas chamber. Can you imagine, guys, being in a gas chamber? Stop! Being in the gas chamber? No, we're glad they done that a while ago, right? They don't really do the electrocution anymore as lethal injection. You just go to sleep, you know? No, you don't want to go in the gas chamber. But, he also collected 7 felonies, guys. 7 felony convictions. So he was convicted of every felony. All 7 of those felonies he was convicted of. It says by the young age of 32, by 32, he had collected 7 convictions, and they were all felonies, guys. All felonies. Like I said, what a colorful history, right? Very colorful. Anyways, he was also married 5 times. 5 times, guys. Later on, somewhere along the way, it was revealed that Gerald has sexually assaulted his very own daughter. So, you know, somewhere, you know, down the line, his daughter came forward and told him that her dad had sexually molested her, basically, because she was a young girl at this time. That's molestation. So, you know, but I don't know if he was ever convicted of that. I don't know if they ever took it any farther. I don't know. It didn't tell me. But we do know that she did come forward to tell that her father sexually assaulted her as a child. And we were, you know, God, I don't agree with that. Anyways, guys, one day Gerald brought home a teenager she was a runaway teenager. She didn't know where she was going. She didn't know, she had no idea. You know, she was a young girl. She was like probably mad at her parents, you know, and like, I'm going to jump out my window and I'm running away today. More than likely, and she ran away. But unfortunately, she would never make it back home. So from he basically kidnaps this teenager. Maybe this teenager came with him. It didn't say if he kidnapped her or what. But we're gonna say the teenager, you know, she came home. She came home with him, and they end up beginning having threesomes, guys, with this teenage girl. As you can see so far, guys, this couple was not meant to be. It was like fuel and fire, and you know you don't mix the two, or water and oil, or plaids and stripes. You don't mix them. You see, this is exactly how this couple is. Exactly how this couple is. It is. Guys, hold on a minute. I gotta pause a minute, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Kids. You know how it is. Kids. Anyways, where we left off at. So they was having threesomes together. You know, I don't know if this teenager was willfully doing it, or she was coerced into doing it, or maybe something. But all we know is they was having threesomes. It was Gerald, the teenage girl, and Charlene herself. So, while Gerald was away, you know, I guess he worked, or maybe, I don't know what he did, but while he left the house and he was away, the teenage girl and Charlene began a sexual relationship. They did. Yeah, guys, y'all heard me right. They began a sexual relationship that did not include Gerald. And guess what? Gerald was pissed off. He was mad as can be when he found out that Charlene and this teenage girl was having sexual relations without him. He was mad that he was not included. He was like that. They pushed him aside like no, it's us girls, right? Anyway, it infuriated Gerald when he found out that he was not part of their sexual encounters. So, September 1978, the couple committed the first murder assault They have been planning this for 2 months, and now here they were committing their very first crime, their very first murder assault crime, should I say. So in September of 1978, they kidnapped, sexually assaulted, beat her in the head with a tire iron, and then shot them point blank range in the head. So these 2 girls they pick up, they sexually assaulted them, beat them with a tire iron, and then, on top of that, shot them point blank in their heads. I mean, beating them with a tire iron was good. Listen to me, iron. Not beating them with a tire iron was bad enough. I mean, come on now. You beat somebody hard enough with the tire iron, you're going to kill them, right? So what was the need of the shooting in the head? Overkill. Anyways, in the head, okay. The reason behind this, guys, listen to this. The reason behind committing these crimes was to satisfy Gerald's sexual fantasies, I guess, or sexual whatever. It was sexual, you know, to satisfy Gerald. So Charlene went along with it to satisfy her husband. If I had a husband that I had to satisfy like that, you know what? There's a door. Don't let it hit you in your ass when you go out. Anyways, let's go on. Eventually, the couple we know they married, but eventually they married, so now they were Mrs. and Mr. Gallego. Their next crime was committed in the same year. They grabbed 2 young girls in Reno, Nevada. However, this time Charlene became enraged at Gerald because he started raping the girls without her being there. So Gerald, they kidnapped these teenage girls, okay? Gerald's having sex with these girls while Charlene is doing whatever, going off doing whatever. And so now Charlene is infuriated at Gerald. This case, it just blows my mind at how human beings can be so animal-like. No, I didn't say their animals got more respect than that. I wouldn't say they were animals. I don't know what they are. They're monsters. There's something that the nightmares are made of, you know, basically. You know, makes you not want to hitchhike. Makes you not even want to get in the car with, you know, some of your own family members. You know, you'd be like, are y'all a murderer? What murder have y'all committed? I'm just joking, guys. But hitchhiking these days is very dangerous. I do not recommend you to get out there and try to thumb your ride. You know, let it go. Don't even do it. Anyways, so she became infuriated at Gerald for raping these girls while she was not there. And it was because she was driving the van. So Gerald was back here raping these girls, doing whatever he wanted to these girls while she was driving right along, and she was mad as hell, guys. Mad as hell. Like, she probably could have killed him at that point because she wasn't raping them girls too.
I have no idea.
Makes no sense. Anyways, guys, the couple's killing spree continued into the year of 1980. So between 1978 and 1980 is the years that they committed their crimes, and so within a 2-year span. That's basically what it is. They kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and then murdered 2 girls from the mall near Sacramento, California. Except while she was, so they kidnapped this girl, guys. I'm so tongue-tied right now. The killing spree continued, you know, this is the year 1980. It was in April. They kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and then murdered 2 girls while they was near a mall in Sacramento, California. I don't say exactly how they murdered these girls, but I can only imagine how they murdered. I mean, they literally overkilled the other two girls, you know, so I can only imagine, you know. But their next victim is going to be, you know, the one that's like, oh my God, you know, how could you do this? Okay, they commit that crime in April. So, 2 months later, another victim was kidnapped in Oregon. This time, this victim was just buried alive. So, they raped and they assaulted her, and then they buried her while she was still alive. Can you imagine being under dirt and breathing, trying to maybe scratch your way out? Or so I can't even imagine being buried alive. That is my worst fear, guys. My worst fear is being buried alive. And, you know, or maybe drowning. And, you know, my worst fear, though, is being actually out in the woods or something and getting lost. That's my worst fear. And why that is, I don't know. Maybe because I have had dreams about it before. I don't know, but I'm scared of the woods and being buried alive. That's two things that I am very, very, very afraid of. And I can only imagine what she was going through. You know, I'm claustrophobic, so I can only imagine if she was going through. I could, you know, hold on, guys, I got to pause. I am back, guys. Sorry, I had to take, you know, a little break and get my kids under control. Yeah, under control. Which only lasts for like a couple of minutes, then they're going to be back at it, you know? Anyways, where was he? Okay. Then 3 months passed, and in July 1980, the Gallegos kidnapped and killed a couple as they was leaving a fraternity party. So this happened on, like, they was leaving a fraternity party on a college campus. And they kidnapped them, and but guess what? However, lucky them, or well, not lucky them, but you know, people at the fraternity party, to be at a party with, you know, first of all, I'm being drunk and all this, it takes a lot of power to do what they did, you know, to thumbs up to them. If they ever see my video, thumbs up to them. It says, however, people at the party ended up getting their license plate number, which resulted in a massive manhunt for the couple. Somehow, maybe by pure luck, the Gallegos managed to elude authorities for a few months. Just for a few months, guys. But eventually, in November of 1980, in Omaha, Nebraska, their killing spree came to a halt, and it finally ended. That's what's up, guys. It's finally ended in November of 1980. But unfortunately, by then they had killed 10 people, 10 young girls. Most of them, you know, they killed them in pairs. Most of the teenage girls, there was 2 at a time. But, you know, they killed 10 people, 10 young girls in total. Rest in peace to all 10 of them. They didn't mention the girls' names, so I don't know their names. But it was sad. Sad. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm back. I'm sorry I keep pausing, but I had to, you know, get my kids in order, and you know how hard that is. Anyways, but yeah, in November of 1980, they were finally captured, and the killing spree ended. Thank God. But unfortunately, by then, they have already murdered 10 young girls, which is a terrible, terrible thing. Sorry, guys, my phone was going off. Anyways, while awaiting trial, Charlene struck a sweetheart, guys, a sweetheart of a deal with the DA. I mean, this was such a freaking awesome deal, considering what she was facing and the crime that she done. She agreed to testify against her husband, Gerald.
There's nice.
Huh?
There's nice.
Well, why didn't y'all just look at... Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Hey, guys. I'm so sorry, but I had to keep pausing, but I'm back. But she struck a sweetheart of a deal. I mean, sweetheart. She testified against her husband. She did, sweetheart of a deal, guys. Oh, she, ended up only getting 16 years and 8 months in prison. Instead of, you know, life in prison. She ended up only serving 16 years and 8 months for killing 10 people. I know, right, guys? Eventually, Gerald was tried and convicted in both Nevada and California, as revealing, and he received the death penalty in both states, while Charlene only received 16 years and 8 months. He was on the death. They put his ass on death row. So basically, young girls were basically hunted down and turned into sex slaves. So they ended up calling this the sex slave murders. It was eventually the title for it. 10 young, beautiful, vibrant girls lost their lives between the years of 1978 and 1980. At the time, they were. Charlene and Gerald Gallego they were demented. They were tortured. They were sick individuals to do this. I mean, literally, they were very sick individuals to do something like this. Guys, we actually managed to fit the whole thing into this video because basically, you know, on my notes, I write things twice, I realize, and, we just fit everything in one video. But the couple they were so demented and so tortured and so sick that I don't know. It's just I'm trying to do something. Y'all are. But yeah, guys, then Charlene, she was eventually released in 1997 back into population, back to Sacramento, California. She went. I guess she is living a quiet, secured, a laying low, because, you know, she probably has a lot of enemies. I mean, you kill people's daughters, their sisters, you killed these young girls for no reason at all, just because you wanted to satisfy your husband's demented sexual fantasies. Yeah, demented, as I said, very demented. But anyways, guys, that was the story on Gerald and Charlene Gallego. So I'm going to jump off of here now. We'll probably be back with another video. I'm not sure if it's going to be a killer couple. I'm not sure if it's going to be a school shooting. I'm not sure if it's just going to be a murder. I'm not sure which one. It's just whichever one captured my attention. But I will be back on here maybe later on, maybe tomorrow, one of the two. But I'm out of here, guys. Remember, love is love. Put God first and stay beautiful always, no matter what. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. I love y'all. Mwah.